Went down to the river, washed my sins away. Pray, 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 and pray for another day. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. The devil's on the other bank, staring back at me. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. Another nail in my coffin, another nail for me. I gotta look pretty when I go down. Another nail in my coffin, can't you spare one more? I gotta look pretty when I'm knocking down heaven's door. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. Light my cigarette. You ever seen a dead man talking? No, you haven't seen one yet. I'm a dead man walking, 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 I'm a dead man. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. No one seemed to notice as I stared. I went down to that river to wash my sins away. I was thinking of you in that wedding gown. I went down to that water to wash my sins away. The world faded away as I went down, 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 down. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man.
Should have grabbed a water.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of TheDeltaBB Unfiltered. I'm BB.
Uh,
You're not lighting up, Hunter.
I'm not.
Oh, there you go.
I was gonna say I
Not
can
that.
hear him.
Yeah.
So that's tall ass leprechaun, aka Hunter, and El Polly over there. So El Polly was on the last episode. Welcome back into the studio, Polly. Glad I could have you back.
Yeah, it's good. I like doing these.
So
Yeah.
that's my internet best friend. Just gonna give a little bit of context. I've never really gave context on who Polly was. We've been really good friends for going on 2 years now. And then Hunter, aka Tall Ass Leprechaun, my lifelong best friend. Uh, Real life best friend. But have been friends for what, 15 years now? 16 years?
15, yeah.
Getting somewhere
Shit,
around
15
there.
going on
I
16.
was like shocked that me and Bronson have known each other that long.
Yeah, it'll
Like,
be
honestly,
it'll be
damn,
2 years in like December or January.
fucking a, Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
Yeah.
Back on flashing lights, meeting in flashing lights, and
Dude, I remember the days, bro. I was fucking grinding on that fucking game, bro. Back in the day,
I mean,
we were fucking grinding on it,
Polly,
even
Polly,
before I
you've pretty
met
much
y'all.
been like my right hand man, like since we met. Uh, have supported me in a lot of shit that I've done gaming wise and community wise, and kind of followed me
Yeah,
to the depths. Uh,
yeah, basically.
I guess we'll talk about that here in a minute. We'll bring it up. Uh,
Huh.
That'll be a fun conversation. Uh, but anyways, so Hunter, hadn't seen you in a while, and I know our audience is the Delta BB Unfiltered audience is the same audience as Two Drunks in a Bottle and the Squadcast. So haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?
Yeah. Work, trying to build up money and put towards our podcast to get more stuff and get our podcast looking a little bit better. Same as you. I know you do help out as much as I do. But yeah.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I saw the new piece of
Yes.
equipment that you purchased uh for the podcast room. So that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Working on features right now on top of that as well. So hopefully everything comes together.
Quality is gonna be the camera quality probably is gonna be a lot better.
Yeah. 100%. That's what we're shooting for.
Yeah, because y'all have the new camera too that y'all haven't got to use yet, right?
No, we
No,
have
we
got
used
to
it.
use the new camera. This would be the
Uh,
third time that we've got to use it.
no. We did use it on the other event. So
We used it on the event and we used it on Max.
yeah, the 4th of
So
July
this will be
event.
the third time that we've got to use it. Anyways, let's kick it on and off. Uh, so unlike the Squadcast that y'all are used to, the Delta BB Unfiltered, you don't have to come up with any topics. I've got them all for you.
Hey, I like
Yeah,
that.
that's great.
So we're gonna hit some stuff. We're gonna hit some stuff that piques Hunter's interest. I'm gonna kind of veer off of how I've been doing it the last couple of times, where I involve politics a little bit. Gonna veer off of that because politics does not pique his interest whatsoever.
Nope.
And last time we hit some pretty sensitive topic. Hit a big
We
sensitive
did.
topic with Polly. So,
Yes, we
uh,
did. That is true.
Hunter, the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie just come out.
That's the movie we've been waiting for. Because when the first Deadpool come out, I remember all of our friends. We all went out to go see that one, and that one is I don't know. We all fell in love with Deadpool. Like we've been waiting for a Deadpool movie. I remember when they come out with the game, way back when, and that was an awesome game. Of course, it wasn't Ryan Reynolds that played the game, but I've been waiting for him to play that character because he's even been building up for it. So to see him go through the first movie, it's like I'm waiting for him just to keep rolling on out. I'm fine with like a Fast and Furious style, just keep on going. Because so far they haven't disappointed, and with the newest one being Wolverine in with it, they've been working on that for the longest. I watched a little clip of him and Hugh Jackman talking, and Hugh Jackman admitted that he did not know about Deadpool and Wolverine, like the actual comic, like together. He said he finally went and watched the first one, and he realized how much of a miss that was going to be if he did not take this opportunity. But at the same time, he had just announced that he was officially done with Wolverine. So it was like
Uh,
I may have just screwed up.
I was going to bring that up because I was pretty sure after Logan that Hugh Jackman said he was done. Uh,
He did, yeah.
so at least I know I wasn't going crazy. But Hugh Jackman was pissed off though too, for a minute there because uh, he didn't like that Deadpool was getting such a higher like ratings over Wolverine and Logan because Logan was the rated R one. He finally got his way and
Yes.
getting a rated R movie. But that was like his big thing is that Deadpool got to go rated R and got to show more explicit content and go further in depth in a more adult story that the comic book line was kind of feeding off of. Uh, so it was kind of interesting, getting to see both of them guys in the same movie
Yes.
is gonna be awesome. I watched a clip earlier, and I discussed it with you at dinner. Uh, was I saw a scene where fucking Ryan Reynolds was choking Hugh Jackman out.
Yeah.
Like they're in the middle of fucking
Oh.
fighting, and that right there, I was like, yeah, I want to, I kind of want to, definitely want to watch that one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they have a good connection and stuff, and it's crazy to think that Hugh Jackman as an actor playing through X-Men and stuff never really thought of playing with Deadpool. Like he just really, I mean, he's not really a comic book person. So like when he played the character, it was like, hey, this is X-Men, this is cool. I'm doing these stunts. He really didn't see the potential in it. Like he said, until he finally watched Deadpool. I'm not sure how long ago that was, but I know it was nothing like when it first come out. It would have been like around the second one or so, because it was right when Logan started coming out. Was when he announced that he wasn't going to do Wolverine anymore. So like to hear him say like I finally watched Deadpool and I see I'm missing out on this opportunity, and for him to come back for that, because I mean, them as characters I know work well together, and seeing them as actors, it's gonna be a great time, and I'm definitely waiting to watch this movie.
So the girl that played Laura
Oh, okay,
in
yes,
Logan, Daphne King, uh, she played Laura at age 11, and was the clone daughter of Logan.
yep.
So after the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie, they were talking about a spinoff for X-23. So
Is this following the Logan aspect, like the Logan series?
uh yes,
Okay,
it said hold on.
because yeah, I remember her like that was a pretty like a good take on that as well. Because like when I thought of like an older Logan, like I thought that was gonna be pretty cool, but for them to kind of bring her into that, like she filled that part. It was a new take on Logan's character, and to see him have like a kid. In my eyes, I saw her as a kid, but she played that part just as he would have as an adult. So I mean, that was awesome. So even if they are thinking about bringing her back, like I'm all in for that.
Yeah, I think that what peaked it, and I'm trying to read to where I'm not giving any type of spoiler at all.
Right.
of the movie, even trying not to give myself a spoiler as well since I haven't seen it. But
Yeah.
apparently, a conversation happened somewhere in the movie uh, where they brought up X-23.
Okay.
Uh, so I'm assuming it's probably, you know how Marvel does it, probably going to be like after an end credit. They always like to give the very very end credit to show what they're going to do on like what the next portion of the verse is.
Yep.
So I'm assuming it will probably be something of that nature.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be cool if they continue that story, like just like leave Deadpool and stuff out of it and just continue where they left off with Logan to show what happened with her. I think that would be great. But I mean, if they're able to tie it in with Deadpool as well to see if he changed something, that wouldn't be bad either. But I do would like to see like what happened after Logan passed away. I think that would be pretty cool. Um, Polly, what's your take on Deadpool and Wolverine?
I actually was just getting ready to start rewatching the Deadpool's again because I haven't seen him in a while because I had
Right.
seen that was going to be coming out, so I figured it's probably about time I need to rewatch them. But I don't know. I think it'll be cool. I'm sure it'll be a good movie.
Yeah, I like that you said that you'd go back and rewatch them because I'm big on that too. It's like if it's been maybe a year or so, I might go back and watch the first one and kind of watch them in order. But
It's
Yeah.
been
yeah,
a
I was
couple
thinking
of
about
years.
that.
It's been a couple of years since I've seen either of them.
Right.
Honestly, I've been watching a shitload of Marvel here lately, so like I've been watching all of the shit pretty
Yeah,
much.
I spent 2 rotations of Marvel. I'm pretty much good on that one. I don't want to rewatch all of those. But I went back, I watched it the first go around, just of my own doing and with friends and all that. And then I had a family member, a little cousin, I got her started watching, and I went and watched all the movies with her. But after doing that second one, I don't know if I could do another full rotation. But I mean, they're all good. It's just it's hard to go back and watch all of them because they're
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah, I honestly a lot of them I hadn't seen that I hadn't realized that that I hadn't seen before.
Yeah, I
So
noticed I skipped a
it
couple
was
of them.
So this is the first that I'm seeing this. Glenn Powell, who played in the new Twisters, uh, is teasing Top Gun 3.
Really?
okay. What's that about?
Uh, airplanes, bro.
I
I
guess.
mean, what else would it be about? Air fighting, homie. Uh, so that's interesting. It has a start date, so it's not that it's already filmed. It just has a start date. Of course, it looks like Tom Cruise is going to play in it, like always. Is Maverick. Uh,
Wonder if they're gonna kind of continue with Goose's son, like his
Miles. It
character.
does say that it will continue with Miles Teller.
Okay.
Uh, so yeah, I don't really know where they're gonna pick up with that though, because Maverick. I mean, Maverick kind of was the first one just rebooted. Uh, so that's interesting. I wonder where they're gonna go there.
I did like the new one they did. It wasn't bad or anything. That was to me, it was a perfect continuation of the first one. They picked up, they did well on it. I am kind of scared for them to do another one if that's the case. As y'all know, like the more they kind of stretch movies out, they just kind of grow
Mhm.
thin on it.
Well, you
So it
know,
would scare me on
I
that.
just there's a point when you get to a point like in a movie that you can continue out for a really long time. But
Someone
like
told me
certain movies, if you go too far, it just like you run out of shit to be doing. So it's like there's no point.
Someone told me best. They said it's like a rubber band, stretching a rubber band out. If you stretch it too much, it's eventually just gonna pop, and that's what
Yeah.
scares me with a movie like that. Like, I'm glad that they hit on the second one. That was awesome, but don't stretch it out more than it needs to be.
well,
Right.
I can tell you that Val Kilmer won't play in it. Like I'm not reading that anywhere. I'm just making speculation. Dude's not in good health. He wasn't in that great of health in Maverick. That's why he only had a short little nidbit in the movie, and he could barely talk for the
Yeah.
movie. So dude's not in good health at all.
Right.
So it looks like they're also getting ready to make another Dexter series. So, they did their original series way back when. Then they just did the newest one. What was that one? Did you ever watch Dexter, Hunter?
I didn't. I know that was something you watched. I never really could get into it, but then again, I never really just put time into it, I guess. But I've always heard like good things about Dexter.
I have to agree with that because I've never watched it.
So Dexter New Blood aired. It was pretty good, and now they're doing Dexter Resurrection. Dexter is a pretty good TV series. I enjoyed it. If you like serial killer type stuff, Dexter's a good one to watch.
Yeah, like that. I never heard anything bad about it. I just never gotten into it myself. But I think that was because I was always watching some other shows, and it's hard to, stack TV shows like that. But I mean, I'll probably end up watching it like here soon because I'm starting to run out of shows, especially now because there's not really a whole lot of new shows that are worth watching coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I did watch one recently. It was a show called From. That was a good show to watch.
Mm.
Yeah, if you haven't heard about that, look into that one. That one was really good. They're supposed to be working on the next season, and I'm waiting on it. I pretty much binge watched that in a weekend. I want to say it was like maybe 18 episodes or 16 episodes. It was like the first two seasons were out, but they released the first one, I think, in like 2022 or so. Could be wrong on that, but I do know, they kind of picked up back then and still are working on it. But yeah, that was a good show. It kept me like pondering, which is the shows I like. I like kind of like guessing and stuff.
So, I didn't realize this either. Apparently, Megan Fox is pregnant with MGK's baby.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Nice. I did not hear about that, but that's awesome. Fuck, dude, you gotta be shitting me.
So-
I'm still trying to figure out
Another
how.
wannabe rapper
Well,
fucking around
so-
this motherfucker.
So MGK and Jelly Roll did a collaboration with a song called Lonely Road, and both of their partners were in it. So Bunny XO and Megan Fox were both in the video.
Yep.
And they showcased her baby bump in the video.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
I think that's when I first realized that she had a little baby. I was like, all right, I think that's real.
I just don't understand why MGK.
I don't
Exactly.
either. I don't.
I
get
never
that.
could understand that.
I don't get that at all.
Nah.
I don't get it.
I mean, props to the man. I mean, hey, but I mean, I
No,
don't see how.
not even.
There's only one Hollywood couple. Like, it may be one of them just Hollywood fling type things, to where like
Yeah,
it's not
could be.
really all that great. He's just gonna be a baby daddy. Both of them are rich as fuck, and it is what it is. There's only one Hollywood couple that I can think of that like is legit love, 100%, and that's gonna be Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good one. That's actually good.
Like, that's the only one. Them and Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Like, those are like the only couples that are like known as like power couple type things. All these other relationships, like, you don't really know like if it's genuine or not, or if it's just for the publicity and to make a little bit of money off of it. Let's get a news story out about it.
True. Yeah.
Now there is another one. I know his name. His name's Jensen Ackles. He met his girl in one of their movies that they had did like way back when, and they ended up getting married. And it was just something like they clicked on set, and they just kind of stuck with it. they would get added to that list as well. But yeah, that list is super short. You don't really hear about that with a lot of people nowadays. Let's see if I can find her name. But yeah, that to me that was something that was kind of cool. Like you kind of meet on set, and then you play like a romantic situation in the movie, and then you find out like, hey, this could be real. Her name was Danielle. Then, or of course, Danielle Ackles now. Was Danielle Harris.
Oh, Danielle Harris. Is that the? Oh, why does that name sound familiar? Is that the girl that played in Halloween in the Rob Zombie ones?
Mm, I see where you're going with that. I don't know.
It is. She played as she played in she played in Halloween 4 as the little girl that went psycho, that was mute,
Oh,
and then she played in the newer one, Rob Zombies, as the sheriff's daughter in Halloween 1 and 2.
I don't know how I missed that.
She was Annie Brackett. She was the sheriff's daughter.
Yeah,
Because she almost died in the first one, and then did die in the second one.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know that was her.
That's
Danielle Harris.
surprising.
Right when you said the name, I was like, "Why does that sound familiar?" And it just came to me.
So she was in the Halloween movies. That's cool.
She's played in a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most recent. She played in Hatchet 3. She played in See No Evil 2. Yeah, that's probably the most recent ones that you would know that she played in potentially. Victor Crowley. She
Yep.
played Mary Beth. Yeah, damn. I didn't realize. I didn't realize that she was married to that guy.
Yeah, he's playing a lot of stuff too. Like a lot of people, if you watch the show, you would know it. But like Supernatural, that was one of the shows I remember watching. And then he's also played in the new one, The Boys. He played in like I think the current season or so. Which I'm trying to get caught up on The Boys. The Boys I've heard a lot of good things about, so I'm trying to go through and watch it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that was another couple that I could think of that kind of started at the beginning, just meeting on set and then worked their way into a marriage.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it's not like that's not possible for it to happen. I just some of them aren't.
Yeah,
Some
I
of
mean,
them are in it for that though.
yeah, the way the topic started, was with MGK and Megan Fox, but it's like you do kind of think that, like, we see a lot of relationships. You're like, is this like a publicity stunt? Like, is this real? Did y'all just kind of have to come together? Stuff like that. It kind of makes you wonder. But there are a lot of couples too where you watch it and you're like, oh, I remember when they were like first dating or when they first met. Like, you could see like a spark or so. With this, to me, it's almost like a publicity thing. I mean, it could be like, maybe love there, but to me, I don't see it. I don't see how.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So, the Olympics just opened. So we're gonna
Yes.
move into a little bit of gaming here. The Olympics just opened, and the ceremony paid tribute to Assassin's Creed. One of the Assassin's Creed character got to carry the torch.
Wow.
Who was that?
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. That
Got-
was cool. I like that.
All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's get to current. I have not kept up with video games in a hot minute. But it looks like June of 2024 they made a Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It has been released on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X.
Yep.
What is this?
You've never seen the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
No. I guess
Bro.
not.
What? Come on.
Bro,
That's one of the classics, man.
come on.
I don't think I've seen it. No, definitely haven't.
Yeah, you got to watch it.
That's oh man, that's bad.
I remember when that movie come out. Like that is definitely one of my favorites. Like it's definitely a classic to me. Which I know you know how I am with classics. Like it's something I can watch all the time, and especially with like horror movies and stuff like that. To me is definitely one of the go tos. Other than like Halloween and Nightmare on Elm
Okay,
Street.
so it's
You know
the
those are different.
it's 1988 version, right?
That's the only version there is, bro, homie.
Yep.
Yeah.
That movie has not been remade. They're making a new Rugrats, Adventures in Gameland, coming out in August. I wonder if it's going to be the new version of the Rugrats, which I didn't care for, or if it's going to be the older version.
The
So
older
are
version
you
would
saying
be
it's a
good,
movie or a
but it's
show?
probably
No,
not going to
a
be
new
the older
game.
version.
We switched
Oh,
over.
a new game.
Switched over to some games. Let's see.
If it's the old, that would be cool, but I don't think it will be. It'll probably be the new, which is fucked, but whatever.
I don't really see them making off of the new one. I don't think that was really a hit. I mean, in my perspective, I could be wrong on that because I
I
haven't looked at
shouldn't have
ratings.
been.
But
I don't. I
right,
mean,
I
I'm sure
agree.
it wasn't.
I mean, I don't see how it could have been. And for them to come off with a game, like I think the best thing they could do is go back to the old stuff. Like I would be all right with a remaster, like seeing them actually turn that into like that remastered copy of that. Like I would play that because I mean, as y'all remember, it was all pixelated and like polygons and everything looked weird. But I mean, for them to actually, if they could make it look like the cartoon back in the day, like turn it into that, I would love to play it. That'd be awesome.
So the next one, they're making a Silent Hill 2 video game. It's been a long time since the first one was made.
Yep.
So it's a Silent Hill 2 remake. So they're remaking the damn game. Starting at $70 on Steam.
Of course.
Holy Jesus
It'll be
Christ.
released October 8th.
See, I was never really a Silent Hill person. Like when it came to games, I think there was pretty much like a crossroads where you either went with Silent Hill or Resident Evil. My end was always Resident Evil. I never could really get into Silent Hill. Like I played like demos, I think, and it was just something like to me it was too different for me. Like it wasn't my thing. Like, Resident Evil, I loved.
I wasn't big on the games. I've seen the movies.
Yeah.
The movies were decent.
Yeah, the movies were good.
They're making a new Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yes.
November
Waiting on that.
November 15th.
Yeah. I'm big on Assassin's Creed. I have all of them in my Steam library.
I haven't played all of them, but I've definitely played a few.
I haven't played like the newer ones. It's probably like the last 3. If you take off the Shadows, the last 3 I haven't really messed with. But yeah, I do want to go back and play through all of them to get kind of caught up through each little segment. But yeah, I'm definitely waiting for that one. That one is going to be like ninjas and stuff. So like, I'm all for that. I don't know if y'all remember Ninja Gaiden when it came out. Like that was my shit. I used to play that all the time. Did y'all hear about the new Metal Gear Solid? Like they're thinking about remastering it, doing
What?
the
No way.
yeah, it's a Snake Eater. They said that one was one of their biggest ones, and they want to start off with remasters, but they were trying to choose a game, and they are bringing back that one as their first remaster. It's going to be a while, of course, before it comes out, but they are in the works of that, and they said it might lead into them remastering more. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, watch some of the trailers. Like I watched it on YouTube, and they showed a lot of the concepts, and they showed actually some of the examples that they remastered it with.
Nice.
I think it's awesome.
That's gonna be great. I really hope they do that.
So Mortal Kombat 1, it's already been out since 2024. Or no, it's been out for a minute. But they've released they're getting ready to release their second DLC. Their first one added 6 characters, and it was Ermac, Homelander, Omni-Man, Peacemaker, and Quan Chi. Uh, with Takeda joining as the sixth and final edition. Now they're getting ready to release their second pack, and it's going to include Sector, Cyrax, Noob. I think Noob was one of your favorite characters, if I remember right.
Maybe.
Conan the Barbarian, Ghostface, and T-1000. So the cop that played in the second Terminator, or
Yep.
no, was it the second?
Yeah.
It was the second
Yeah, second.
Terminator. The cop that played in it is being added to Mortal Kombat 1.
So that is definitely a game I want to play. I've been on the fence, like trying to get it, like if I want to go ahead and grab it or if I want to kind of wait a little bit. I still haven't gotten it though.
So it came out in September of 23, so it's been out for a minute now.
Yeah.
I mean, me and you went back a few years ago. It's been probably 4 years now, 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
That we went back and beat the most current ones. We beat what?
11, I think.
Well, we beat like 3 of them.
Well, I'm saying like the current one would have been, I think, 11, and then
now they're back. They're to 1.
Yeah.
I think we did 9, 10, and 11 or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds. Like you said, we played like 3 of them back to back.
And just taking turns beating the story mode.
Yeah.
Watching the cinematics was freaking amazing. Even getting Jess involved and letting Jess do
Mortal
it.
Kombat is great.
Who was surprisingly badass at it. I didn't get that.
Even though she spammed the same button, yeah, it was great.
Still.
So you know, a game that I wish that they would just like continue it, because it was back in 2012 or 2013. It had to be in 2012. Twisted Metal. I wish they would freaking continue that. Even the TV series, I wish that would come back on.
Yeah.
Like me and Hunter actually know one of the people that played as an extra on Twisted Metal.
Yep.
He played a very short role. He died very quickly, very painfully.
Yeah. But yeah, Twisted Metal was, our upbringing, like, as kids and stuff. That was something that we all played, and even went back and we went through pretty much most of them. Because I know it was hard to play, like maybe the first and second one, maybe the first 3, just because like how old they were. But I mean, that was like one of the best games, and we played up to like the most current, that we could. So when the TV series come out, we were all for it. I remember waiting for it to come out, and we binge watched that all in one day. Like BB said, I'm ready for the next season of that to come out. I don't know if it's happening, but I'm ready for it. Were you ever big on Twisted Metal, Polly?
I did play it a little bit. I didn't play like a whole lot, but I did play it some.
I think what got me was there really wasn't a whole lot of games with vehicle warfare like that. Especially back in its time. I know nowadays, you kind of come across a couple of games like it, but I want to say, back then there wasn't too many games out there like that.
No, I don't
You're
think
talking
so.
about PS, because you're talking about PS1 days when the first one has come out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's pretty cool to kind of start their own little genre. Because, like I said, I've seen a couple of them now. I know WWE, they even had their kind of take on it. But I mean, there's been a lot of them, like whether it be for kids or adults. You see a lot of those now, but I think Twisted Metal was kind of like the first of its kind, getting it started.
Yeah, I played it some. Like I said, I didn't really play like that a lot. I would say it was definitely a game that I played, but not like, I wasn't constantly playing it for, that's just kind of how I don't know. I just didn't. I think it was good, but
I think one of the cool parts to me was like listening to like their backstories and stuff. My favorite
Hmm.
character was always Sweet Tooth, and listening to like his different takes because each game to me kind of like had their own little spin on the characters, and they kind of had their
Hmm.
own background stories. And especially with the newer ones and stuff, they had like their different backgrounds. But I always liked how they kind of shaped their characters and kind of told you their story. But I mean, I would like watch a movie on just their person, like their characters, like how they got started. And the TV show they cover like a little story here and there, but they really don't show you like how they became to be that person.
So after 3,870 days in early access, 7 Days to Die
Yep.
finally releases.
I saw that people were mad. People were like,
I
"Are you
saw that,
serious?"
3,870 days.
The real
God,
question
they
is,
did
when's the last
so.
time you played that game though?
When it
Because
looked
I know
like
I haven't
when it
touched
looked
it.
like Minecraft was the last time
Yeah,
I played it.
exactly. Yep.
Like there's so many people that talk so good about it, and I'm like, oh, I remember when it was. It has been in early access for 10 years.
Jesus Christ.
I played it a
Wild.
couple years ago, probably about 5 or 6 years ago now.
10
And
years.
I played it
I
like
remember when I
recently.
played it. Yeah,
When
I
I
remember playing
started,
it like 5 or 6 years ago. And when I played it, I was expecting Minecraft. And when
so
I
when
loaded in, I was like, "What is this game?"
my deal was, I played it though, and it was I just mainly just like modded it out and played like like the in-game mods that like made them like robots or other
Right.
shit. I wasn't really playing like stock game anyway. So
So okay, so last year we had the movie strike, right? Where
Yep.
all movies, TV shows, all of it, everything was on strike. The writer's strike, writer's block.
Yeah.
So this year, video game actors are on strike.
Really.
160,000 members uh, are on strike. But guess what game is exempt from the strike and will not be delayed because of the strike? It'll be delayed because of other reasons, probably, but the strike won't be the reason why.
GTA.
GTA 6. Yep.
Yeah.
yes,
They have it in their contract, uh, pretty much that they cannot go on strike.
Good. I mean, it's been how long since the last one come out?
Uh,
yeah, they don't have time to delay.
Now GTA 6
Right.
is scheduled to be released in the fall of 2025, but no PC version has even been announced. That's probably going to
Yeah.
be a year or more out.
That's
I mean, that's
Which is
expected.
average.
Yeah, that's expected. But I mean, yeah, going back to the last one that got released, like you got to think that time, like they don't, like Polly said, they don't have time to delay anything like that. They need to come out
No,
with a new one.
they can't. They can't be playing. They don't got
Nah.
time for that. They got to just get it going.
So
Yeah.
the union isn't
They've already
happy.
waited too long.
The union isn't happy that they can't strike, but affirmed that the rule was already in development games that exist. A legacy agreement was created and the unions merged. So it pretty much if you're already acting in a game that's already in current development, you can't strike.
So
Which is
when
good.
did that become a thing? Like with the game side going like on strike, I didn't even hear about that.
This is on PC Gamer talking about it.
Yeah, I'm about to read into that because I didn't know that was a thing right now. That's crazy.
I didn't realize them folks could go on strike really.
I mean, I guess this is with like everything else. Like people can go on strike whenever they want to, especially when it comes to acting, whether you're doing a show, movie, or in game like voice acting. I guess it, would be all the same, but like you really don't hear about the gaming side like going on strike. So that's kind of weird to hear.
All right, so we got about 15 minutes left. Uh, I'd like to end it the same way that I've ended the last few of them. Polly's already got to experience this. something new that Hunter's probably gonna be like, okay, that's different. If you were to give yourself your yesterday self advice today, what would it be?
They've already got mine, so I don't have to go.
All right, Polly. Well, we can change yours.
No, I'm not changing it.
If you
I'm
could go
sticking with what I said.
if you could go back in the past, like 10 years ago, what is something that you would change? Even though you were only like 2.
But the
None.
main question is
Exactly.
yesterday, right?
Would have sucked Mama's titty a little longer.
I already
But
said
for
mine.
me, the question would be yesterday for me, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I just want to make sure.
or either one. It doesn't matter, honey. Whichever one's easier for you to answer.
So 10 years or yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, that might help. Okay, so yeah, I got mine. Am I going first or?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so with mine, it would be like a couple years back. I was working on cruise ships. And, I was making like a lot of money on cruise ships because we accepted tips and like the pay and stuff was really big. And I spent like a lot of money just like kind of goofing around and stuff. But I really wish I would have kind of like saved it, like put it into either a savings or just somewhere like off to the side and not mess with it for a while. Because like that money kind of like came and went. As soon as I had it, we were spending it. But it's like due to COVID, like something that was kind of unforeseen. Like you couldn't really predict that was going to come out. So like when COVID hit and stuff, like I took off, work for about a year because I had to get sent home from the cruise ship. I had to wait. I was on unemployment and I was trying to wait on. Well, first off, I had to pretty much try to get on unemployment because that was a big thing of trying to get money from our cruise ship line. And it was like right afterwards, we were waiting to see if we can actually come back to the ship. And that was a whole thing. So I was off for about a year. I did finally get unemployment, but it was like a couple of years later before I got my unemployment just because it was a big mess. But I wish I would have had money like saved up, like kind of hidden, because like now I'm back to like just a regular job. I didn't go back to the cruise lines. So like if I would have had some of that money saved up, I would have had at least about 8 grand saved up easily. I had probably like about 12 or so back then, but yeah, if I'm being honest, like I said, I probably would have been able to at least save about 6 or 8 of that. So yeah, that would have been my thing. Would have been to kind of save that money versus just kind of spending it. But it's hard to do, with COVID like that. No one would have been able to predict that was going to happen. At least I don't think so.
You'd still be on that dang boat if it wasn't for COVID.
You're right. Yeah.
You got something, Polly?
No. Plus, he basically had said mine.
Freaking loser.
Just
Trying to
no
piggyback
point to
off me.
repeat ourselves here a million
So
times.
so probably what I would do, like I'd go back 10 years, um, and I would probably say that like 10 years ago, being like a totally different me, I would focus less on chasing love at the time and would have focused more on like friendships and getting to create memories with like my buddies because there's definitely probably like a lot of time that I missed out on getting to do things because I was focused on other things. uh so yeah, that's probably something I would change.
Yeah. Our saying, fish.
Sure you ain't got nothing, Polly?
No, no.
Roast and
I,
toast, Polly.
I don't have it.
Mm, mm, mm. I mean, to do BB wrong like that on his last question, I mean, that's kind of messed up.
I know.
I already
I mean,
answered the question.
even if he was piggybacking off me, I mean, that would be kind of cool to hear it.
Yeah.
Save money. Same thing as yours. Same
Okay,
thing.
but how?
Literally.
How?
How would you? Yeah, he told you how he would have saved money. He would have put it on an offshore
Mine was-
account.
Whatever.
He would have took it to the laundromat. Like,
Whatever.
Right. So mine was on a cruise ship. Making money off of that. How are your decision making money? How would that affect anything?
how
Like,
are
is
you
it
making
because of
your
your job?
millions then? You know.
Yeah. Or is it just like just saving money, like putting a couple dollars back at a time? No.
Come on, spit it out. He ain't gonna spit it. He's going silent on us.
Yeah. Good old Polly.
Well, I do appreciate both of you coming on. We will be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. He dropped.
Yes, we will. Oh, he's
Uh,
back.
We will be live tomorrow with Two Drunks in a Bottle at 8 p.m. Already got a guest scheduled. It'll be a virtual guest. So tune into that. I've already picked up the bottle of whiskey, but I can't tell Hunter what it is.
No. I figured out it's whiskey now. So there's that.
Yeah, we are hitting the whiskey,
Hell yeah.
but if I was you, I'd probably be scared.
You said whiskey. I'm all right with whiskeys. It's the clears I don't really care for. So clears is probably it scares me the worst.
Well,
Yeah,
I went with an
clears are
apple.
usually
I went
worse.
with an apple flavor though.
You got a bucket?
Clears are usually worse though.
I
will
mean,
say.
we did have our first intermission not too long ago. So first time one of the drunks throwing up on camera.
I mean, you do got the small round table now, so like I can puke across the table. So yeah, we're good.
We got this, homie.
Yeah, you might want to bring an umbrella, but yeah.
I didn't hit one of my topics. I guess it'll have to wait. Dang it. It'll have to wait till next time. Anyways, guys, check out some of the links that are going to be in the description of this video. We just opened back up our 5M server. So Freedom Roleplay is there. We'll have our Discord to the squad probably in. If any of you want to come on the podcast, whether it's the TheDeltaBB Unfiltered, Two Drunks in a Bottle, or even the Squadcast, let us know. Reach out to us. Till next time, I'm the TheDeltaBB.
Oh, Paulie.
Tall ass leprechaun.